Monero value equivalent to 2455.98 rands a coin. The present cost range 2367.09 2512.25. The earlier date close 24/48/82. The change was plus 716, plus 29%. Backwards rate ZAR to XMR. Monero cost expectation for September 2024. Before all else cost at 2535 rands. Excessive cost 2535, while low cost 2047. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 2330. Monero cost conjecture toward the month's end 2201. Change for September 13 2%. Monero gauge for October 2024. In the first place cost at 2201 rands. Exorbitant cost 2378, while low cost 2266. The found the middle value of cost 2217. Monero cost gauge toward the month's end 2222. Change for October 1%. Monero cost expectation for November 2024. In the first place cost at 2222 rands. Exorbitant cost 2263, while low cost 1967. The found the middle value of cost 2142. Monero cost figure toward the month's end 2115. Change for November 8%. Monero figure for December 2024. Initially cost at 2115 rands. Excessive cost 2251, while low cost 1957. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 2107. Monero cost figure toward the month's end 2104. Change for December's on 5%. Monero cost expectation for January 2025. Initially cost at 2104 rands. Excessive cost 2608, while low cost 2104. The found the middle value of cost 2313. Monero cost estimate toward the month's end 2040-37. Change for January 15.8%. Monero estimate for February 2025. To start with cost at 2437 rands. Exorbitant cost 2016.78, while low cost 2328. The found the middle value of cost 2487. Monero cost estimate toward the month's end 2503. Change for February 27%. Monero cost expectation for Walk 2025. To start with cost at 2503 rands. Exorbitant cost 2518, while low cost 2188. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 2391. Monero cost conjecture toward the month's end 2353. Change for spring 6%. Monero conjecture for April 2025. At the outset cost at 2353 rands. Excessive cost 2353, while low cost 1992. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 2210. Monero cost conjecture toward the month's end 2142. Change for April 9%. Monero cost expectation for May 2025. In the first place cost at 2142 rands. Excessive cost 2521, while low cost 2142. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 2290. Monero cost figure toward the month's end 2356. Change for May 10%. Monero conjecture for June 2025. At the outset cost at 2356 rands. Excessive cost 2542, while low cost 2210. They found the middle value of cost 2371. Monero cost estimate toward the month's end 2376. Change for June to 8%. Monero cost expectation for July 2025. First and foremost cost at 2376 rands. Exorbitant cost 2582, while low cost 2244. They found the middle value of cost 2404. Monero cost estimate toward the month's end 24 to 13. Change for July 6%. Monero estimate for August 2025. First and foremost cost at 24 or 13 rands. Excessive cost 2616, while low cost 2874. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 24 to 37. Monero cost figured toward the month's end 2040-45. Change for August 3%. Monero cost expectation for September 2025. Before all else cost at 24.45 rands. Excessive cost 24.45, while low cost 2029. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 2275. Monero cost figure toward the month's end 2182. Change for September 10.8%. Monero figure for October 2025. Before all else cost at 2182 rands. Excessive cost 2708, while low cost 2182. The found the middle value of cost 2401. Monero cost gauge toward the month's end 2531. Change for October 16%. Monero cost expectation for November 2025. To start with cost at 2531 rands. Exorbitant cost 2748, while low cost 2388. The found the middle value of cost 2559. Monero cost gauge toward the month's end 2568. Change for November 15%. Monero gauge for December 2025. To start with cost at 2568 rands. Exorbitant cost 2568, while low cost 2136. The found the middle value of cost 2392. Monero cost gauge toward the month's end 2297. Change for December 10.6%. Monero cost expectation for January 2026. In the first place cost at 2297 rands. Exorbitant cost 25.24, while low cost 20.94. The found the middle value of cost 2344. Monero cost gauge toward the month's end 2359. Change for January 27%. Monero conjecture for February 2026. At the outset cost at 2359 rands. Excessive cost 26.44, while low cost 22.98. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 2443. Monero cost figure toward the month's end 2471. Change for February 4.7%. Monero cost expectation for walk 2026. Initially cost at 24.71 rands. Excessive cost 2060.28, while low cost 22.84. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 2460. Monero cost figure toward the month's end 2456. Change for springs are 6%. Monero figure for April 2026. Initially cost at 24.56 rands. Excessive cost 3D48, while low cost 24.56. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 2702. Monero cost conjecture toward the month's end 28.49. Change for April 16%. Monero cost expectation for May 2026. To start with cost at 2849 rands. Exorbitant cost 3D98, while low cost 2692. The found the middle value of cost 2018.84. Monero cost estimate toward the month's end 2095. Change for May 16%. Monero figure for June 2026. Before all else cost at 2895 rands. Excessive cost 28.95, while low cost 2460. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 2724.